In my 20s, I waited on people, waited on plans, I waited on love. I told myself I would travel later, move later, become myself later. And now I'm 37, still single, still building, still learning. But this time, I'm not waiting anymore. Living alone in a new country didn't just change my location, it changed who I am willing to become. And somehow, after everything, I'm still okay.
They got some type of party going on. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear all of that or y'all gonna hear me. I don't know if y'all gonna hear something in between. I don't know, but I'm gonna try. In my 20s, I used to sit back and I would wait, or I would make my plans around everybody else, and I would continue to wait for them to be ready. They would never be ready, and therefore I was not either. That was just like a common reoccurrence in my life, constantly waiting for someone else, constantly seeking someone's approval about what I was planning on doing with my life. And as you guys all may well know, I've always lived a very flamboyant life, so it wasn't really fitting into the typical cookie cutter life that everyone else was hosting. The only thing that changed was that time kept going on, and time again of expectations being failed or not seized by other people. Eventually, you have to learn to work with what you got, or at least in my case, I did. I had two choices: the choice of waiting for everyone else and waiting for life to begin, and there was the choice of standing out on my own and doing something that wasn't so typical, which is stepping out on your own. So I remember it like it was yesterday. It was the very first time. See, I used to be that type of person, like I'm all clubbed out. I love to go to the club, used to love it back in the olden days. I might insert something in here right now for you guys to see some of my old club days. Especially back when I was in Bogota, Colombia. However, it took a while to get there. I would get all done up, I would get all cute, I would be ready to go. What they say, sugar shit sharp. Was looking great, feeling amazing, and absolutely ready to turn up and have a good time. And, be social. I used to think that that was the best way, if any, to find someone. The club, though, not the club. But anyway, I used to get ready, and I had a friend at the time, and every time I would be ready, they would be on a maybe. They would always tell me that they were ready, and I would be that friend, that down ass friend, DAF. I was always the one that was ready. I'm punctual anyway. Every time that I say that I'm going to do something, I always tend to do it at a time that I said I was going to do it. And I like to be punctual. It's part of the military in me. Plus, I just don't like to get that stereotype that all black people are late, because that's absolutely not true. Clock that T. Not all black people are late. Anyway, this friend always was telling me like, oh, last minute. Now, mind you, I'm all done up. I'm all cute. This friend would always turn around and be like, oh, I'm not going again. Not going again. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I was dressed to the T. Dressed to the T. And ready to have a great time. And then I was told like, no, canceled. Chances were that this person was never getting ready. They were laying in the bed, not dressed, not ready at all, and just leading and stringing me along the way on a maybe. Well, baby, let me tell you something. That day I decided from then on, I was never going to wait for anybody ever again in life. I want you to let that sink in. Let it marinate for a little while. I stopped waiting on people in life. Okay? It didn't matter who it was. I stopped waiting. And that was like one of the best things that I could have ever done for myself. Because when I stopped waiting, I realized that the world wasn't waiting on me. The world wasn't waiting on me. The world wasn't waiting on you. The world wasn't waiting on us. I went out that night and I had the most amazing time. Since then, I don't even like for anybody to come with me anywhere. I love to be solo. I love to be alone. I wish I was alone right now. Another thing that I used to do, I used to set these unrealistic expectations on myself. I felt like there was an expiration date for success, success in love, success in friendship. Anything that I was putting as a goal for myself, I used to put an expiration date on it. Like I had to have this by this age. I had to find love before I turned 40. I had to be successful with my music before I hit my 30s. Otherwise, I will be an OB. And here I sit before you, 37 years old, and I'm still on that pursuit of happiness. Word to younger self, I don't know if you feel like I'm a failure to you. I don't feel like a failure to myself, but all of the things that you wanted us to accomplish way back when, we're still waiting. And that actually is kind of something that resonates with me right now because I actually am not waiting on anything anymore. When you think about it, how depressing it is to honestly be waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for something to happen, preoccupied with all of this waiting that you're doing, that you haven't even had the chance to realize that life is going on around you right now. Whether you have someone with you or not, whether you have children or not, who am I to deny myself of having pride in the life which was given, pride in the life that I have, that I've lived, and the results are what I am experiencing now. So who am I to sit here and be like, oh, I'm feeling sorry for myself. Oh, what is wrong with me? All of what I was wishing for, be careful what you wish for, right? Because sometimes you could be wishing for something that was never even designed for you, or you were not designed for it. When you reach this age and you find yourself being single, living alone, and doing things by yourself, people find pity for you. I wouldn't say that my life was less fulfilling than if I were to have fulfilled all of those dreams that I set forth in my earlier 20s. I don't think it would be any less fulfilling. I think it's actually more. Living solo, traveling solo has been the most amazing experience I've ever had in my entire life. That's the reason why I have a YouTube channel now, because of all of the traveling. A lot of you don't even know. Traveling for me started eons ago. You guys will kind of see why, because I'm going to let you guys in a little bit. You guys will get to know the history, what started me on even traveling, and how I first even got out of the United States. That will all be kind of featured at a later date. But yeah, unrealistic expectations led me here. We'll leave it like that. So shout out to my friend that decided to, flam on me like he always used to do. Shout out to you. Still love you, boo. Mwah. Because if it weren't for you, I would have never had the courage to step out on my own. I love it. I love being alone. There's nothing like dressing up to the T, looking super cute, going out by yourself. Booking flights alone, going and having surgery alone. Anything can happen, and I'm ready for anything to happen, both good, bad, and different. You have to be prepared and you have to be ready, especially when you're solo. If you are in the season of choosing yourself, I would love to hear from you down in the comments. So leave me a comment down below, and I will see you guys on the next video. Y'all already know. Be looking for that vlog. I don't know when the next vlog is coming. Y'all know what the schedule is. Y'all probably know the schedule better than me. But be ready. And if you ain't ready, get ready, because there are lots of things to come. To be honest with you, I'm just a little bit scared, but that is the whole reason why I wanted to start traveling again, because I love the feeling of facing your fears. I stopped asking if people were coming with me, and I started asking if I was ready to go. So until the next time, I know this is probably a little unusual because we're not on the confessional couch, but I'm gonna call y'all back.
Now hold up, wait. Why would you not hit that subscribe button? Don't go another day without Zay. Subscribe to my channel today.